India's Q2 GDP growth will surprise on the upside. Governor Shaktikanta Das, Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has said India's growth momentum continues to be robust, and the official data for GDP growth in the second quarter, Q2, will surprise on the upside. Das, who was speaking at the annual BFSI Insight Summit, organized by Business Standard in Mumbai, said inflation is central bank's first priority for the RBI at the moment. According to the PTI, the governor said, looking at the momentum of economic activity, looking at a few early data points that have come in, a few early indicators, I can say that the second quarter GDP number, as and when it is released at the end of November, in all probability will surprise everyone on the upside. Das said the central bank forecasts the Q2 real GDP growth to come at 6.4%, while underlying geopolitical uncertainties are the biggest risk to global growth at present. He maintained India is economically better placed to handle it as compared to other countries. According to Das, rates in advanced countries and other global factors are taken into consideration while formulating the monetary policy, but was quick to add that eventually the monetary policy is driven by domestic factors of inflation and growth. As the PTI reported, our monetary policy is not influenced by what is the differential in bond yields between India and the US, or if currency is depreciating, Das said. During his speech, the governor said he initially admitted that this is a double-edged sword with positives and negatives when asked about the country's inclusion in the JP Morgan Global Bond Indices, but sought to allay fears, saying any large volatilities in the financial markets are unlikely. He said the move can get an additional $25 billion into the country, as estimated by analysts, but it can potentially lead to an outflow as passive investors' money can move out as the country weightage moves. We can handle large-scale inflows and large-scale outflows. So, therefore, I don't think we will see that kind of volatility. I think the RBI has the capacity to deal with it effectively, the governor added. What does the future hold for India's economy? That's a question on many minds as we delve into the economic landscape of this vibrant nation. In the world of finance and economics, forecasting is key to strategic planning and decision-making. These predictions act as a compass, guiding us through the sea of possibilities. One such forecast that has been making waves recently comes from the Reserve Bank of India's governor, Shaktikanta Das. He has projected an unexpected upside in India's GDP growth for the second quarter of 2024. Now, what does this mean for India? Well, it suggests that India's economy is set to experience a significant surge. A surge that could further bolster its position as an economic superpower. This projection isn't just a shot in the dark, it's based on the resilience and robustness that the Indian economy has demonstrated even amid global health and financial crises. But let's not stop there. To get a more comprehensive view of India's economic future, we need to consider other expert forecasts as well. Economists predict that the Reserve Bank of India will raise its key policy rate by at least 100 basis points over the next few meetings. This move, aimed at controlling inflation, could lead to an increase in the repo rate, eventually reaching its pre-pandemic level of 5.15% or higher next quarter. Moreover, the terminal repo rate, a key indicator of the cost of borrowing, is expected to reach 6% or higher by the end of the second quarter of 2024. This could lead to an increase in investment, fueling further growth in the economy. But it's not all about numbers. The Indian economy's strength lies in its diversity and adaptability. From a robust IT sector to a thriving manufacturing industry and a burgeoning startup ecosystem, India's economic landscape is as diverse as it is dynamic. This diversity acts as a cushion, absorbing shocks from global economic upheavals and ensuring steady growth. So as we look towards the future, the picture that emerges is one of promise and potential. a future where India's economic growth not only surprises on the upside, but also continues its upward trajectory, reinforcing its position as a global economic powerhouse. With projections pointing towards a bright economic future, India continues to solidify its position as a rapidly growing global economic superpower.